Welcome, everybody. This is Thanksgiving week, and I'm still with my Thanksgiving decorations here. So we'll hopefully have those all done for Christmas by next week. But we are in Christmas as far as our music. And today we are doing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Wonderful, wonderful song. I do have presets for this, but you don't need them. Okay? This is, again, what's this for? This is so that you can learn to push the buttons on your instrument. That's what this is for. I will give you all kinds of suggestions for not using any presets if you just would rather sit and play. Okay, 1943. This was introduced by Judy Garland in the 1944 MGM musical Meet Me in St. Louis. The original lyrics were actually rejected by the film's director, Vincente Minnelli. I wonder which Minnelli that was, huh? Because they were too depressing. Too depressing. For example, some of the lyrics said, "It may be your last. Next year, we may all be living in the past." So he made him change it, and it got changed to "Let your heart be light. Next year, all your troubles will be out of sight." So he had him change the lyrics to make it a little bit better. And then Frank Sinatra, later in 1957, he also changed some of the lyrics to be a little less depressing. If you take a look on page 3, um, someday soon we all will be together if the fates allow. Until then, we'll have to muddle through somehow. And he did not like that line. It was too depressing to him. So he changed it to hang a shining star upon the highest bough. So
Mhm.
again, something a little bit more positive than this. Now, you remember why this was written? It was written for the musical, and they were moving to New York. And this is when Judy Garland was singing to Margaret O'Brien because they were leaving their St. Louis home and moving to a new place, moving to a new place. And so this was she was comforting Margaret O'Brien with
Now, who would want to leave St. Louis? I don't know, best town in the world. But we're down here.
Here you are.
That's right.
Yep. There's some very, very fabulous people who have done this. Michael Bublé did this with full orchestra. The Carpenters did a beautiful job on this. Frank Sinatra did a beautiful job on this. But every version I heard really used full orchestra. I did not even check to see if it was in song setup. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, I did. Song setup, now we were just talking about this. Different organs will have different rhythms being chosen for song setup.
Oh.
If I go to the keypad of the Imperial, go to alphabet, go to the H's, and go to song setup, it comes up to Wonderful World at 75 with a George Shearing sound on top and a trumpet trombone feature on the bottom. Nice Christmas sounds, but I'm not going to do it that way. I'm
Mhm.
going to do more of the Judy Garland, Frank Sinatra full orchestra. Joanne, what's my favorite go to rhythm for that? Strings 101, yeah, Strings 101. So I just went right to Strings 101, and I am using that at 75. Now, if you don't have Strings 101, and I'm thinking like easy 10s, easy 4s, you're going to go to Smooth, and you can go to Smooth Guitarist is very nice. Make sure you do a couple of things. Smooth Guitarist, 75. Up the drums so that you have your drums. Go to your lower left and put strings in your lower left hand chord sound. And what you might want to do to make it close to the arrangement that I'm doing is put a violin and some strings here. I'm doing it opposite. I'm using strings 101, preset 0, where your strings are here and your violin is down here. But if you've got the smaller instruments, switch them. Put the violin up here so that you can do things like duet and do some different things to it. Now, if you don't like those two instruments, use some other ones, not a problem. And then you're just going to either go from top keyboard to bottom keyboard. You may want to add a duet here and there. I'm just thinking like it's either Frank singing it or Judy singing it, and I'm using the violin as the vocals. And then I'm doing a little interlude with the full orchestra. Well, shoot, how am I doing that? Well, let's do the roadmap and then you'll find out. All of page 1, have yourself a merry little Christmas, let your heart be light. All of page 2, at the bottom of page 2, your last words are someday soon we. Page 3, all will be together if the fates allow. Until then, we'll have to muddle through somehow. So have yourself a merry little Christmas, and then you have a first ending. Okay, I want you to make that a 1, 2. Ooh, you're going to play this 3 times.
The ending?
Yeah. 1, 2. And then at the end of that first ending, you're going to color your dots. For the first time, where are you going back to?
The beginning.
All the way back to the beginning. So between the 4/4 and the very first C, you want to make that same color. That's for verse 2. The second time you play it, you're going to go to the second ending. But now you're going to write yourself a little note. Second time DS to 3. What the heck does that mean? You're going to go back to the silly sign, and then you're going to play to the third ending. The third ending is what used to be the second ending. So where's the silly sign? Back up 1 line. You're actually going to just back up 4 measures. So have yourself a merry little Christmas, third ending now. So your silly sign.
Are you putting that in?
Yep.
Okay, because I'm thinking, I don't see it.
I don't either.
Putting one in. I'm putting
Okay.
one in. You're just going to back up 4 measures to so have yourself a merry little Christmas. And right there on that measure line between the words so and have, that's where your silly sign is going to go.
Oh, we're making it. Okay.
You are drawing in a silly sign. You can just make a price tag, put some dots next to it, and you got yourself a silly sign.
Okay.
All right.
Then you're going to go to, then you're going to play the third ending instead of the second ending. So you have 1, 2, and then you have the third ending. Basically, you're just repeating the last 4 measures. That's all you're
The
doing.
second time DS to 3.
Correct.
Okay.
That's it. I'm going to play the song, and I want you to listen for where the changes are. All right? You might want to just put a little star or a little check mark where the changes are. I am going to tell you L and U. Now, if you're on an easy 4 or an easy 10 and you're switching them, it's going to be just the reverse. So, but just take a listen to what the
Dawn,
changes are.
Before it's a silly question, but we
All right.
put one color and then do we put the second color in the DS?
Yeah, do the second color on the DS. Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yep. Okay, so we're gonna just do either intro 1 works very well, and what I did is I'm on rhythm preset 0, strings 101 up here, or the 101 strings, and the violin on the bottom. But I'm starting by turning off the Orchestra Plus.
A1, right?
This is A1, correct.
I'm a little confused with this.
Strings 101.
Yeah, we got that, but I'm talking about the colors here. So when you get down to the second time, you do a second color that goes up 4 measures.
Correct. And then,
that-
and then instead of end, you're just going to go to the third ending.
Okay, so you're not going back to the beginning again.
No, just back 4 measures. You'll see it. You'll see it when I play it. You'll go, oh, well, that makes perfect sense.
Okay.
I'm also turning off the lower tabs. Okay, we'll talk about this again, but the lower tabs, most of you have two red tabs in the middle of your tabs. So you can turn off everything on your lowers with 1 touch. And we're going to turn it on for the second. So I'm having no chords that you can hear. You cannot hear your chords. You can hear the bass line and you can hear the genie, and it's just going to be small sound, and we're
Well,
going to
repeat that again, turn what off?
turn off your lower tabs.
Okay, fine.
It's on your preset sheet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and you're just going to use, you don't have to go through and go off, 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 off. Just turn off the master tab.
I understand.
Just shut that off, and it shuts off all your chords. And
Yep.
if you wanted to put on an intro, go ahead and put on an intro. That's nice.
Very nice. Very pretty. Ooh. Nice.
Nothing too hard. I just added different harmonies. I put some vocals in the lower at one point. And again, that's what this is for. So you can find if you heard one preset that you thought was nicer than the others, just set that one up. Just set that one up and play the whole song on that. Who cares? It's just a really pretty song.
It is beautiful.
Okay, and if you don't like violins and strings, you got all kinds of other sounds that you can use. You can actually steal the sounds from the song setup if you like.
Oh, I didn't have a song set up in my book, my organ.
You didn't have one? Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah, I looked it up.
You should have. If I have one here, you should have it.
I will check.
Have Mary.
What do you have? What do you have?
It's got Liberty.
Liberty.
Liberty doesn't have it?
Have Merry Christmas is what it says.
Yeah, that's what I got on mine.
Have Merry Christmas. It's there.
Same one, okay?
Yep. Now, in some of the instruments, song setup comes up Smoky Lounge.
It does have it. Song setup. Okay.
And some have Wonderful World, which I did not like the triplets in this one, but it works. So, whichever one you like, or you can use the sounds. How would you borrow? I don't like the word steal. How would you borrow the sounds from a song setup?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
You do know.
Yes, you do actually know how. So it's set up on Wonderful World. This is what it's set up. This is song setup.
Oh.
And then the bottom sounds like this. That works.
Well, now I know how you do it. I'm not on my organ, but I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to actually save it as a setup, but you're not going to go ahead and save the accompaniment.
Correct. That is absolutely correct. You're going to save it. You're going to go memorize A, whatever number you want. You might want to choose a different number. A0. Choose a different number that you're not using here. With background, no. With transpose, no. And then hit your memorize. And what that does is it saves just the two sounds. So now I can go to any other background I want. Let's actually do that. Let's go memorize B1. No style, no transpose. Oh, you know what? I probably already have something in there. Let's go to B10. I may not have anything there. And I may, so who knows? Because if I already have a background in there, it's going to pull up that background. Yeah, I've already got a background in there. So
I have Wonderful World under Blue Velvet.
Yeah, yep, that'll work. That will actually work. So if you wanted to save those sounds, you could. Then you go to any rhythm you want. Smoky Lounge, Wonderful World, anywhere between 70 and 75, any of your smooths, any of your swings. I don't know if you'd want to go super big band on this, but you probably could. Basic country works for everything, by the way. So,
Wouldn't it be too harsh?
so you can do that, and then just push your whatever sound wherever you saved it, B10 or wherever you saved it. Then just push that sound, and it'll be with that background. So that's how you can borrow the sounds from one background and put them to another one if you want.
Oh.
Or you can go through all this and learn where everything is on your instrument. Actually, all I did was do some tweaking. I took some stuff away to start. Like I said, I took away in A1. There's no chord here because I turned off the lower tabs, right? Okay, and I turned off, there was a duet on the lower violin, and I took him off too. So you're just having a very basic rhythm and a violin. That's it. Just start it out, and then when you get to A2, I added the lower tabs back in.
Okay, where's
I put the
A2?
duet on in the lower right.
Where is A2?
Say two.
All right, let's go through that. That's good. All right, A1. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. We're going to follow lyrics in case you have a different version. Let your heart be light. Next year, all our troubles will be out of sight. Okay, so right at the end of that held note, before the next measure, you're going to have A2L and A6U. A2L, most of the time you're going to be on lower on that violin. Again, if you've got an easy 4 or an easy 10 and you put the violin up here, then most of your stuff is going to be on the upper, but
So A1 is lower also.
lower, yes, A1 is also lower. So right between those measures, right before you start Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas Again, you're going to be A2L and A6U. Okay, let's read the words again. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make your Yuletide gay. Next year, all our troubles will be miles away. And then you've got 2 measures with a held note. At the end of that measure, before you get to once again, you're going to put A3L and A7L.
I'm sorry, Dawn, where's that?
That's if you're on the C version, it's at the end of line 1 on the second page. Troubles will be miles away, and at the end of that second measure, you're going to have A3L and A7L.
Mhm.
Now you're going to start the lyrics again. Once again, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who were dear to us will be near to us once more. And at the end of that measure, you will have A4L and A8L. And if you notice, same thing.
Mhm.
It's the same one. I'm just going linearly. So I did some cutting and pasting. All right, let's continue with lyrics. Someday soon we, third page, all will be together if the fates allow. Until then, we'll have to muddle through somehow. So have yourself a merry little Christmas. First ending now. The first ending, you're going to have A5U to go all the way back to the beginning. The second time, where it's the DS, it's going to be A9L. And you're going to go back to the silly sign and repeat the last 4 measures. And you notice what I did. I took away all the rhythm and played as slow as I wanted to.
Mhm.
No rhythm. And then I ended with a no chord. I ended with a no chord and just stopped it. Now you could have done an intro ending too, but but then you'd have to go back to the rhythm. I'm off the rhythm. I just decided, just instead of fading it, just hit your no chord, stop.
So,
Don, as an ending, Don, for that, like, what's your last chord? I don't have the music in front of me.
I will, it's a C major 7. Now, if you're not on a rhythm, the ending won't work.
No, but what I was gonna say was you could also end it something like what I do sometimes is like a C major 7, so maybe like a C minor 7, and you go back like
Well, there's 2 chords here. You go from a C to a G7 back to a C.
okay.
So
Not
they're
unless
both
you have the
chord-
B flat version. You
Yeah.
go B flat, F7, B flat.
Correct. It's the same.
Yeah.
Turnaround.
Same.
Yeah.
Same turn. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, like I was thinking, like going down like a whole, like a half step down and then down to the next lower chord.
Yeah, don't make a production out of it because
Okay.
you know that ending is very poignant. You really, that's okay.
Dawn?
So now we've talked about all this, but we still want to have a merry little Christmas. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
May I ask-
I'm
may I-
making it difficult. I know. All right. I'll be quiet.
May I ask a question?
No.
Of course you can. Go
Thank
ahead,
you,
Sue.
Joanne. I've always wanted to say that.
Oh, you're welcome.
On the last line of the last page, do you want the no chord after the G7?
No, you want it at the very, very end.
Oh, okay, fine. Oh, you're
Last-
ending the no chord.
Af-
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to sound like this. The last four measures. Now you're going to have three chords. No chord.
Oh, okay.
And the no
You
chord
gotta
just
pick your
stops
hands
here.
up together.
And when you do the no chord, you lift this finger. You lift your right hand too.
Yes. Okay.
That just stops
We
it.
noticed.
Yep.
I can
Any
do that.
questions as to where the changes are?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. All right. Very good. And just follow what I did. I built the arrangement by turning off the lower tabs and I turned them back on. I added a duet to the lower keyboard. Then I added a vocal ensemble to the lower tabs. And then I added some vocals to here. Oh, how do I do that? You got to go up into your reds and your sounds and change something and send it
Mhm.
someplace else. That's probably the hardest part of this assignment.
Okay.
So if you're struggling with that, because you have to go up to your red orchestrals, I changed some sounds, and I'm going to do this on Wednesday again. Wednesday, we're going to do Little Saint Nick, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to change some stuff. I'm going to take what's there, and then I'm going to flip-flop, change them around. Why? Because solo means one. Orchestral, you can do duets, so you want to make sure your right sounds go in the right sound spots so that your harmonies actually are effective. All right, so if you're unsure how to use this, and I'm trying to be as direct as possible, but what I said was red orchestral, genius, or sound number 1, you're going to change it from what it is to vocal ooh number 477. Then you're going to turn off the upper and send it down here. If you've got an inspire or up, pretty easy. Just turn off the upper and put the lower on, you're good. If you've got an A organ that has reds and blues like a Liberty, okay, or an Imperial, then you have to be careful of solid goes up, flashing goes down, if you have two commands, upper on and lower right. And then if you switch it, you want them both to go to the lower right, so you need to turn your upper off. Solid blinky, they both go to the lower keyboard.
Hey, Dawn,
Yeah,
did you say on the other version of the B flat that all your settings are in the same spot as if you go by the wording?
if you went by the wording, all the changes will be in the same spot, yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's just going to be written with different chords. So when I
Yeah.
give extra chords, if you've got the B flat version, do not copy my chords.
I wouldn't dare.
Oh, as if you would anyway.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Dawn, are we gonna, are the chords okay as they are on this version you emailed?
Now you can.
Oh.
You can, but I'm going to add some stuff.
We
And
don't
I'm going
have
to
to,
add
right?
one chord in particular that I would like you to learn, okay?
In the C version
In the C
or the
version.
B flat version?
The C version.
I
If
have
you've
a
got
B
the
flat.
B flat version, you may all go get yourself a hot toddy or mix yourself a drink or whatever you want
Okay.
to
Ew, that's
do. And
Let's go, Joanne.
I don't like hot toddies.
I'm going to do some chords for the C version. Okay.
Okay.
Don, Don,
Go
Go.
ahead.
just want to let you know, I'm relatively new to your group. I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Oh, very good. And what's your first name?
What kind of
Carolyn.
Crazy like,
Caroline Walker.
Yes,
Yes.
Hi,
Yes.
Carolyn.
I live in Vermont.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
oh, wow,
So I'm enjoying your classes and all the people around here.
wonderful.
We have fun people here. They get a little
Yes, you
rowdy
do.
sometime. Just
Yeah,
A little rowdy.
well, welcome, and we are so glad that you're joining us, Carolyn.
thank you.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, chords. Page 1. Have yourself, let's see, measure 1, 2, 3, 4. No changes. 5, 6, 7, 8. No changes. Where A2 and A6 start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No changes. All right, let's go to the top of page 2, where it says troubles will be miles away. Okay? The very first chord should be a D minor. Dinosaur
It is.
minor, beat 1, over the D for trub.
It is D minor.
minor, dinosaur minor, D and F. Beat 3, over the G sharp for miles. Put in an E elephant or E7, which would be D and E.
Oh, okay.
It may already be there. I know in my version it was cut off, so I had to write them in.
So E7 was correct. Okay,
E7, correct. They may already be there. Like I
It
said, these were
is.
cut off and I had to write them in.
Yep.
Over the C whole note for way, put an A minor. It may already be there. And then the last measure of that line where you have a whited in dotted half note, plain old C, or you can do a C augmented for 2 counts, and then beat 3, go to a C. Now, what's a C augmented? C, chicken, E, elephant, G sharp, sharp gorillas. And then the third beat go to a regular old C. Now, here's
Dawn,
the chord. Yeah.
how about ending that line with a B flat minor 7th flat to 5th?
Nope, not that line. That comes up later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll get that. We'll have that one later. Yeah,
All
there
right.
are lots of arrangements to this. So if you've got a different arrangement and you like the chord that you had in a different arrangement better, please feel free to use
Okay.
it.
That's where I found it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay. But we're just going to leave this here. Okay.
Okay.
Now, the next line, instead of the F for the word once, I want you to try an F sharp minor 7 flat 5.
Oh, flat of death. Oh my God. I don't have that in my book.
Between an F is this, and then going to an F minor. That's what's written. It's fine. But now listen to it with an F sharp minor 7 flat the 5th. Ooh. Yeah. It makes for a nicer sound. So try it. What are the notes in that chord? C chicken, E elephant, F sharp, sharp fish, and A alligator. So your hand can stay right here. You don't if you're not jumping around. F sharp minor 7 flat the 5th, and then go to your F minor. Then instead of the C in measure 2, you're going to go to an E minor, elephant minor, or E minor 7 for 2 counts. Beat 3 over that quarter rest. You're going to do a C diminished or a C diminished 7. C diminished is 2 fingers, C and F sharp, and the C diminished 7 is all minor thirds stacked up, so it's C, plus 3 more is E flat, plus 3 more is F sharp, plus 3 more is A. So C diminished 7 gives you this pretty chord. Yeah. So you're doing this. It just adds a little spice to the playing. If you don't feel like doing it, play the chords that are there. That's okay. Nobody's gonna, the organ police are not gonna come knocking on your door. You didn't play that chord.
Dawn, could you give me those notes again, please, if my phone rang?
Which one, the C diminished or the F
Yeah.
sharp minor 7?
The C diminished.
C diminished 7 is C, chicken, E flat, flat elephants, F sharp, sharp fish, and A alligator.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome, Connie. The D minor, you may put a 7 on it. The G7 is fine. Let's go to line 3. Make that C a C major 7. C and B, chickens and butterflies. Cross the A minor out and throw it away. Oh,
Wait a minute, the A minor cross out?
cross it out and throw it away. We don't want it. Just play C
Okay, I didn't
major
have
7
very
for the whole
many.
measure. The D minor. You can play D minor if you want, or since you've already learned it, you can play it again. F sharp minor 7 flat 5. It's easier to play than it is to write, guaranteed. C chicken, E elephant, F sharp, sharp fish, and A alligator. The B7 is good. The E minor is good. The A7, you can play that if you want, or you can try an E flat 7, which would be flat dinosaurs and flat elephants, the two black keys right here.
Mhm.
Okay, the G is good on the bottom line. Cross out the D or D7 and play A minor, alligator minor, or A minor 7. Cross out the G in the next measure and play D minor, dinosaur minor, or dinosaur minor 7. And then you have a hidden G7. You see it?
Yeah.
Put a box around it. Play it. So you're playing that A minor, D minor, G7. Why? Because you're doing a chord turnaround to come back to our key of C, where those 4 chords in a row are very common. C, A minor, go to the top of page 3, D minor, G7. That chord progression is very common in a lot of songs. Then you do it again. C, A minor, D minor, G7.
Yep.
Line 2. You can either play the C or you can cross it out and play E minor, elephant minor, or elephant minor 7, which would be D, E, G. The A minor is good. And now I'm going to give you a choice. You can play D minor, D and F, or you can play, here it is, Stan, B minor 7 flat the 5th. Butterfly minor 7 flat 5. What are your 4 notes? B butterfly, D dinosaur, F fish, and A alligator. Then your E7 is fine. Your A minor is good. Let's go to the next line. Instead of the C, you can play C augmented, which is C, E, and G sharp. Your C7 is good. You might want to put a box around it. The F, make it an F major 7. E and F, just 2 fingers. For the whole measure, cross out the A minor and throw it away.
What about the D minor?
D minor you can keep. The G7 is good. Then you've got those same four chords in the first comma second ending. You've got C, A minor, D minor, G7. Those are good. And then in the third ending, you've got C. We already talked about this. C, G7, C. Now you can make that a C major 7, C and B. And then right after that, do a no chord. Put an NC, no chord.
I did that.
Hmm?
Oh,
'Cause that's
How
just the
about
last
a,
time.
how about a C, F minor C?
A what?
C,
That'll work
F,
too.
F minor C.
Yeah, that works too. The G7 is just keeping more in with what the rest of the song has done.
Okay,
But you can do an F minor stand, no problem. That works.
okay.
Any questions? Kind of a sad song, huh?
I'm glad I had the B flat version
Why?
because I didn't have to do all those notes. But I do have a lot of chords in here.
Yes, darling.
it's kind of neat though to have different versions.
It is, but I don't know why
I mean,
Helen
I
didn't-
like the strings 101, but the other with the sax,
Mhm.
that was nice, but it's kind of rough,
It just gets,
you know?
if
I
you're gonna
like
play
the
the
other.
song 2 times, 2 presets to me is just not enough.
Right,
But I like subtle changes
but yeah,
as we go.
I like the sax too.
I like the subtle changes. So, so please feel free to create your own arrangement. Now that you're starting to push buttons and make your presets, please feel free to make your own. It's not hard. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. And tomorrow you might go, what was I thinking? Or you might go, ooh, that was pretty nice.
No.
But don't be afraid to try some new things. This is just a template to get you started pushing the buttons so you know how to make some changes on your instrument. Ultimately, you would like to make your own setups.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately. So, borrow from other rhythms and use their sounds. Easy peasy. Or pick 1 or 2 of these presets and just use those for your whole song. Doesn't matter. Or find something completely different. Because I know Miss Dottie would probably play this on a Latin. She's sitting right over here. Let's try. Oh, okay. Let's try a rumba. Let's try it with some flutes. Now you notice there's some castanets and stuff in there, right? So you can get your bowl of nachos out on the table, have a mojito. So do not be afraid to try other rhythms. Just keep in mind, what is the song trying to tell you? It's comforting somebody who's moving and they're afraid that it's not going to be the same. Christmas is just not going to be the same. Yeah, it will. Christmas is basically where everybody is together, and it's supposed to be a comforting song, even though you're going, yeah, I kind of feel the same as you. I don't really want to go. It's going to be different. But you're still saying, we'll get through it, and we'll still have a Merry Christmas, because Christmas is about all of us being together. By the way, I did not do the commercial yet, so I have to do the commercial. Holiday Music Camp coming up. You've got all your favorite Fletcher stars are here. This will be next week, the 30th of the month and the 1st of December, from 1 to 4 Florida time. It's $49.95 includes all of us. Woohoo! Yay, 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 yay! And we're also going to make a recording for you. Each one of us is going to play at least 2 songs. It's going to be on a stick. and it's going to be an MP3 stick, meaning that, Fred, when you get it, even though your organ can't play it, your car can and your computer can. So you can just take your MP3 stick and just stick it in and hear everybody's stuff. Not only will it be this year's songs, it will also include all of last year's songs.
I've listened to it already in the car. Beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
from last
really,
year.
really professional. Better
Yeah.
than my pay scale.
Robert does a nice job with that. So, that's what basically the money is for, is to cover those expenses, the recording expenses, the printed workshop, the printed materials, and all of this. I think he's going to do a download for that. So, just like when you get mine, you just print it out. I think he's going to do that. We all have to type up very neatly. He says, type it up neatly. I don't want a mess of everything that we are doing for each one of our programs. I am not sure what song I'm going to do yet. I may do Friday's song, and I may do last Monday's song, which was last Monday. What do we do? Who would imagine a king? Beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
Yeah.
I might do
Did you get
Friday's
bells?
song.
Are you working on the bells?
I'm going to do bells. Yes, I'm going to do a workshop on designing bells. So I want that lullaby with the bell sounds here, and then we're going to show you how to take off and do different things. If I don't use the Who Would Imagine a King, I'm going to do Christmas. Christmas Time Is Here, which is the one that we're going to do on Friday in Friday's class. So, but the workshop itself, come to the class to learn how to do the song. The workshop that I'm going to do for the virtual music camp is going to be how to design Christmas bells that you can use for that song or any other Christmas song that you would like to do. So designing Christmas bells is going to be my portion of the workshop.
Did you get that email that I sent you with Christmas in Hawaii?
I never got a chance to look at it because I have just been customer. I have been slammed. So, but I did see that you had sent it. So I plan to spend a little bit of time before I go home today and take a look at it. Yeah. So thank you for that. Thank you for everybody's extra stuff that they send. It's nice. It's nice stuff.
How late are you in the store today?
I'll be here till at least 5, maybe a little longer.
Okay, I'm going to try and get in there before 5.
Okay, all right. Now, we need to pick a song for next week.
I like that one that Carolyn sent you, or somebody sent you a song.
Happy Christmas.
Happy, yeah.
Happy Christmas, War is Over, John Lennon.
That's
Yoko
really
Ono?
pretty. Yeah.
You want to do that one? Do I hear any objections? We shall.
Happy Christmas, what?
Happy Christmas, War is Over.
Oh,
Page
okay.
68.
Oh, okay.
That one's going to be really
Really
easy.
pretty.
And it's really easy. Sometimes a good song is just a good song, and you won't have all this stuff that I've been giving you.
You'll be able to get us some music again, I guess.
Yes.
Was that page 68 in book 215?
Yep.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know. Okay, you guys. Very.
Okay, mine's
very-
Hark the Herald Angels Sings. So
Well,
That's
keep that.
71.
All right. Hold that thought. And then when I ask for a suggestion next week, yell it out right away, okay?
Hark the Herald Angels Sing?
Yeah. And then we'll
Okay.
do that one
Okay.
if nobody objects. You guys are the bestest. Thank you so much.
Thank
Any
you.
questions about what we did today? All
Yeah.
right. Wednesday, we're going to do Little Saint Nick. I have more presets for you.
Nick,
And yes, we have class Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. And yes, we have class Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. And we're doing Christmas Time Is Here.
Oh,
From Charlie Brown.
Mhm.
Yep. You guys are awesome.
Well,
Thank you.
You want to laugh?
thank you.
Sure, go ahead.
I was playing, going through the books, and the Alvin song I did on Strings 101.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
It was very interesting. I mean, I can't stand, the chipmunks, so that was really a pretty way to do it.
Yeah, see?
But I just tell you,
You're trying different recipes, and that's a good
Yeah.
thing. You're
Yeah.
punching the buttons and learning how to make different arrangements. It doesn't always have to be the most traditional way to do things. Right, David? Disco works for everything, too.
Yes, it does.
Not for Christmas, David.
You guys are awesome. If I do not see you on Wednesday or Tuesday, because yes, we're having
Happy
class tomorrow
Thanksgiving.
as well.
Same to Randy
Happy
and
Thanksgiving.
Josie.
You guys are awesome.
Same to you.
Same to you.